Alright guys, it's another video from the White Shorts Club at UCI. I know it's been a while since we last had our video, but we decided to make this podcast to kind of catch up on some of the past Weiss news that in between kind of the hiatuses that we do. But I'm Myth, I'm one of the main hosts for this. Can we start getting introductions going along the way? You here?
Yeah, but alright, I guess I'll go next. This is Piccolo Yukimo, also known as Vince Incarnate. I guess either one works. So, hello.
Pico, hey.
And I'm Kaicho.
Alright. So I guess main topics for this first episode of this podcast, which for now I just called Brainstorm Hit 4 because there's four people on the panel. We're going to talk about Jojo. First disclaimer is the unfortunate news that Jojo's not legal for WGP. Can we get an F in chat for that?
So sad.
But I think Jojo's a pretty meme set. Thankfully, Pero Hiko's here. He can help us get some idea on the flavor. Also, since he's going to be the one who may or may not play the set, he'll know some of the fun meme strats with it. So, alright. Start off, we have in the yellow, we got the Brainstormer, tap self, brainstorm search, and act, pay one, bounce at cost 0 from the front row back to the opponent's hand. I don't know if that's flavor, but it seems pretty memes because I just imagine bouncing any 1-0s don't really, or cost 0 cards are usually pretty annoying in my opinion.
Alright, so let me tell you a world, right, in which you want to play a 1-1, in which, if we know Hirohiko anyone, he likes to play a lot of 1-1s, so trading into a Chica Bomb sucks, right?
Yeah.
Bounce it back isn't that bad. The only downside is keep it in there.
I guess.
Keep it in the sense of just deal soul damage for head, because it's pay one, get one additional soul damage.
Pay one for direct attack.
Yeah, that's you. If you're worried about counters and things like that, if they have some level 1 you don't feel like siding, then you can just bounce it. If they've got some ability that's gonna proc that you don't want to deal with.
Oh, like an on reverse Rize or something.
Yeah, if you don't want them to be able to get if you know they're out A climax, you want them to get that mill and that selection if they have a crappy hand. Or say, for instance, it's very problematic. Maybe they have an Asuna Take Shelter on the board, which is still a cost 0, that has grown far too big for you to handle. You just go, nah, let's not deal with that anymore.
Holy, Asuna Take Shelter. 1-0, for context, that's a 1-0-4-5, right? 4-5 base?
I believe so, yeah.
And so every time you reverse your opponent, it gains 1 marker blind on the top of your deck. And it gains 1,500 per marker?
And a level.
1K. Okay, so yeah. So that's the context behind what this can potentially counter. I remember hating dealing with that card.
I mean, it's also pretty good against Aaron and other LED combos if you don't want to worry about them being allowed to bounce stuff when they get.
Yeah, if you just don't want to deal with maneuver gear, then
they can't event counter something that's not there.
Yes.
I'm gonna do the bouncing for you.
Dude, counterstep's OP, but they don't have it, you know?
Counter step only happens if you front.
Only, yeah. But it's pretty funny. It's just basically I'm gonna give you that card back if you ever run into Aaron or Eddie or something, just be I'll save you the effort. But yeah, I don't know. The card seems pretty fun. Is that the only Brainstormer so far? Aside from the TD?
We got one in the TD. It's a Fugo. It's tap self, draw Brainstorm, but it also has the effect that whenever you play a character, you're able to look at the top card of your deck. You can't move it, but it's information.
Just investigate, basically.
I like it.
You just get to look at it. That is it.
Okay.
I think this is very underrated compared to what a lot of people.
Well, I mean, considering it's on a Brainstormer in the TD, that double makes it useful.
I mean, one combo I like to do with the TD as it is now is also in the TD there's a card that, the profile that on play mill 2 gets 1K per traded character you mill.
Oh.
Ryan, when he's played, you can look at top, or you can mill the 2 and then look at top. At something when you play another character, it wasn't a climax. You play the Mista, you mill 2, and you get yourself, maybe you didn't see if there's climax stop, you hit the Brainstorm.
Yeah, so the
Information is always good.
what I've seen that effect most prevalently abused in is Starlight Review, being that every 0 has an on play look at top, either mill, top check add pitch, mill 2, and then they also have both effects, which is one on a draft, which is a P2 top self searcher, and they also have the Brainstormer, which is also a Brainstorm draw.
I mean, a TD being able to have potential Brainstorm 6 sounds pretty spicy, personally.
It's not even Brainstorm 6.
Well, because it's mill 2,
Brainstorm
and
6.
then you look at it, and then you can decide to Brainstorm right then and there, or not.
So the thing about the concept behind Brainstorm 6 is the fact that you are removing clean cards, whereas in the on-play mill 2 scenario, you would only know. You can only confirm this first. You can only confirm card in 6 cards. You can only confirm card slot 1 and card slot 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it's more like you get to see what could be.
You get an if check where you get to decide if you're going to Brainstorm now or later, basically.
Okay, across the table, let's rate it 1 to 5 stars.
I think it's a 3-star.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to be probably the main Brainstormer of JoJo's, short of them getting a salvage Brainstormer.
Self search. What else do you want? If I had that in Sunshine, I'd be a happy man.
I'm sure it will probably be a red Brainstorm as well for the villains deck.
Probably
Yeah,
like
they
a
all-
rare.
Salvage.
I mean, it might be a double R. Bushi loves shoving in double R Brainstorms.
I mean, I'm just saying, as Darling in the Franks, it's a double R into a rare for my 2 Brainstormers, so it could.
Yeah.
I've seen that one enough times. Unless
Oh,
they
yeah,
do the
that-
Kontai thing where they make it a common.
Your set has to be really bad for it to be reprinted as a comic.
Yeah.
So okay, so we hear 3 stars from Myth.
I mean, I'm not really good at rating cards and vacuuming up to the rest of the set before. I mean, in fact, the utility on the first, pay 1, bounce a card. It's not something you're always going to do, but it's a nice option to have. So, I think it's going to be a fun card to play around with.
Oh, no count.
Yeah, no count.
Okay, so for me, it's gonna be a 3-star.
Kaicho,
So-
what are you feeling?
I would say 3 to 3.5. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a solid card. Bouncing costs are also always nice.
All right. Well,
Overall,
then.
3.2.
Yeah, I mean, it's a solid card. I mean, it's going to be used because it's a Brainstormer, but it has nice utility with it. But moving on, we got a 3-2. On play, heal the stock when it comes in by hand or by probably a change effect.
So it's an effect of the 1/1.
Oh, okay. So I guess we'll talk about both cards at the same time. But the 3-2 also has a climax combo. You get pay on when it attacks.
Front attacks.
You get pay 3 at the start of Encore step. You can pay 3, burn 1, burn 1.
But it has the front attack. So if they've emptied your board, you can't do that skill.
Oh, okay.
Or if you're, facing something like Now or Rider that forces you to side attack, you don't get the skill
Okay.
either.
Oh, I thought that because I used to think that when you direct it was still considered a front, but then the fact that no character exists just happens to make it direct.
Yeah, it's more direct.
Okay, when you direct and it's still considered a front, was that sentence thought of before we said that?
So,
That literally made no sense. I'm like, what?
I thought that it was a front. You declare front, but because there's no character, it becomes reclassified as a direct. That's what I used to
No,
think.
they're direct, dude.
Okay.
There's
Alright.
three different attacks.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, she'd probably do 1/1 next, and we'll see this effect a lot.
Yeah, so the 1/1 in question is it literally the one that's after this? Oh, it's
I mean, I can
almost.
go ahead and read it.
Yeah.
So
I'm just
it
confused cuz I'm still thinking about the 3/2 being like, "What?"
the 1/1 Southern Giorno, and it's got assist to all traded characters in front of it, golden experience or golden win. Gives them all 500 and pay 2 encore.
All right.
The next two skills we'll see a lot. We have on play, you can place the 3/2 under it as a marker. Once you are
Oh.
level 3 or higher, you can pay to get a card, summon the 3/2 from the marker zone under it onto the field. And the end of turn, you may put that card back under it as a marker. So basically, this is your flavor of basically the characters pull out their stands. In
Oh.
Persona, they used to have the people would change into their personas in the old sets. For JoJo, what seems they're going for is you get the stand behind you as a marker, and then when it's time for the stand to come out to play, you have some cost that plays it for marker, and then it can withdraw back into the stand user.
Okay. So, it goes from a support
Where-
into an actual attacker. Huh. Wait, so and this is probably a curious question here, but cuz the change says that at the end of the turn, it flips back under as a marker?
You can't flip it back.
You may.
Yeah, but like let's say the 3/2 actually crashes, right? Does it still get to do that or so like you crash with the 3/2 when you do the change and then at encore step you just kind of like put it back face down and then
No, because this changes during end phase. So during encore, your character already got sent to the waiting room.
aww. Feels
Balance, as everything should be.
bad. I thought that'd be pretty memes. Just
On
be
reverse
like,
combo and you can tuck it away. This gives you that option.
okay. I thought it'd just be pretty meme that it's like, wait, so you can crash the 3/2, but then you get to bring it back as a 1/1. And
Also, don't try to encore this and then be like, I can still change.
oh, okay. Because that's
Well, also,
the
the
marker.
1/1 doesn't go away. You get to keep the 1/1. It doesn't like change from the marker zone. It just pulls it out from marker zone.
Okay. But this combo seems pretty good actually. Or at least the 3/2 portion.
So far, I don't like the 1/1. I mean, I like the skill, but the fact that it's a 1/1 is kind of you're going to be one of
1/1, yeah.
the lost
Just
documents.
pay 1 and then pay 2. Yeah.
So you effectively have to pay 3, pitch 1 to do a change. Ooh. But then you get a pitch
Yeah, it's
to
not really
heal
a
the
change, you're
stock.
pulling it out.
So.
Not losing this character.
Hmm?
It's compression.
I mean, that's why switching voice was so prevalent. Was the concept behind compression on that.
I just wish that if it were a 1/1, I would prefer to have less printed power, but a more
Better
useful.
assist.
Yeah, encore 2 is a little
Encore
sketch.
2 is. I mean,
I'm fine with that. That's like a 1/0 assist ability, not a 1/1 assist ability.
yeah. I mean, for a
Get more power.
1/1. Because I thought of Akashi from Conclave when I think of 1/1s that have support skills like that, where it gives front 500 and hand encore. But is encore 2 like comparable to hand encore? Like,
It depends on your stat and what your deck does.
because I looked at this and thought of Akashi like as the first thing, and for some odd reason, but I'm not entirely too sure. Are there any? Because this is only one of the stands. I'm guessing there's probably going to be other stands that are better?
Yeah.
Question mark.
So far we've had 3 revealed that have this synergy or this effect where they pull out their stand.
Okay. Let's see. But I guess we'll figure those out when they come by, but overall, I don't know. Like, this one reminds me of kind of like a really questionable Chloro from Darling in the Franxx, where you had to pay 2 extra stock to get your pants, and then all you really got out of it was Twin Drive and draw a card. So it's like, it's probably not one of the better stands, so I guess when we see the other 2 stands that have been released so far, I'll be able to get a better idea of it, but I don't know. It's hard to say about this one. It just feels really scuffed, personally, because it's Encore Step Burn 1, so I thought of Gochi Yusa because of that, but
Komodo friends.
Komodo Friends laughs.
I mean, I think the 3-2 is fine. You can play him without the 1-1 if you want, but yeah, the viability of the 1-1 will be dictated by the rest of the set.
Yeah.
Although the tucking away to avoid on reverse effects is nice.
It's pretty cool. It's really practical, actually.
And again, still good flavor.
I mean, the fact that you told us that the combo is based off of pulling out stands, that's already pretty nice, in my opinion.
Wait, but you tuck a 3-2 away to get a 1-1. Wouldn't that make your reverse easier?
This is gonna be in the back row. He doesn't go in the place of the 3-2. You can keep him in the back row, and the 3-2 goes back row with him.
So, like, what you could do is you could do the act ability just to do, like, a heal to stock, and then just kind of, like, put him back down at the end of the turn type of thing?
Yeah.
Or?
So you can still attack with the 3-2, keep him in the back row, and at the end of turn, if 3-2 live, the 3-2 goes under. Can optionally go under him as a marker to avoid, your Yukinos or whatever.
Okay.
Oh, the marker doesn't move. Got it.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't. The marker doesn't replace him on stage. The marker just comes out to stage.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, okay.
You want to move on to the next one?
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the 0-0. We got the opponent can't move, and then on play gets 1 level and 1,000. Act 3. Oh, I'm guessing Act 3 just refers to when the characters came out or something, but that just.
No, Act 3. This character, his stand evolved throughout Part 4, and this is the when he pops up in Part 5. It's echoes Act 3.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Anti-runner, but it's only 2K? Technically?
Well,
3K.
Well, it's 3K level 1 when it comes down. I guess it confirms runners. Most of them.
I mean, honestly, he's not amazing considering, like the Goblin Slayer anti-runner and things like that running around.
Yeah.
But it's good flavor because he's all about, like, he uses his 3 freeze ability to just stop people in their tracks. So.
Okay.
It's also an uncommon, so it's not bad.
Yeah. I mean, being able to confirm reverses seems like a nice luxury, though. But yeah.
The only thing you can't break is like Armin and Kaide and stuff like that. But
Armin,
not too bad.
like Kanon, I think.
Kaides. Yeah, we call it Kaides.
Yeah.
Armin and Amelia's are their own separate runners.
Oh, because they're hand versus stock.
Yeah, hand versus stock.
Okay. Well, on to the next one. We got an oversized level 0. Gives the opponent... Oh, this is the accelerate card you guys were talking about.
Yes.
What the heck?
Dude, the free Ricky for your opponent.
Gives them 2/5. Wait. Man, it's a good thing this gives... It's a continuous, and it doesn't have to be in the front row. So all I'm thinking is you could just keep it in the back and just debate your opponent every turn. Just be like, you want to do it. Come on, dude.
You really need 2/5 power, then you're probably playing the game wrong, dude.
But I mean, 2/5 is a good amount of power to be giving your opponent, but
yeah, they gotta clock themselves to kill this 4K.
Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, Bureau, is this actually flavor? I'm kind of curious.
Yeah. It's again. So his whole shtick. Once his fists make contact with you, your perceptions of time and things I don't remember the exact explanation, but it's something like your metabolism starts going crazy, and that's when that's when you're vulnerable, and then he can attack you. And so once he lands his fist on you, you accelerate basically.
Wait, are you telling me that this guy's flavor is that the moment his fist makes contact with you, he basically makes you high?
Yes,
Uh.
that's one of his abilities.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Oh god. Monk ass.
But like, I think this is a fun card because well, many reasons it's a fun card. It's good flavor, and then you give your opponent the opportunity to rates. You give your opponent the opportunity to um, level themselves and then play a standby if they want. It's you
Yeah.
oversize, and it makes your opponent think, and maybe it gives you some free damage. So, I mean, again, it could be bad for you because they kill stuff you don't want to die, but
I guess as a meme,
that's your own.
if you're playing against someone with standby, then they could just accelerate themselves to get to another level and just start bringing
Yeah,
out
let me
even
take
bigger
3
stuff.
damage so I can stand by this 2/2 out real quick.
Yes.
But no, think about it, Kaicho. If you're Bang Dream and you're playing, or No Game No Life, and you play the level 1 standby combo, and you happen to standby out the 1-0 on turn 1, then what you do is you accelerate yourself to level 1, and then you do the combo, and then you're going to bring out a 2-2 that's coming out stood.
When your opponent's at level 0.
Hey. But the 2-2 has 2 soul 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, you know what else is 2 soul? Batman Infiltration.
Not wrong.
It's not,
Well, one of them.
it's not wrong, but I don't know. I just thought of that, and that kind of like gave me a really funny, warm feeling of. I feel like that would be me if I ever had to face this card. Just be like, okay, I'll just give myself to level, and then put the standby down. If
Yeah,
I
this card's
ever get
interesting.
around to playing
Yeah.
standby.
There's a lot of meme potential with this card.
All right. On to the red, I think. We got
Yeah.
the 3-2 Casey. When he comes
King
in.
Crimson.
Oh, he's got the other. He's another one of the. Comes in with the effect.
Yep.
He gets regular heal, and then when this card gets front attacked, pay 4 pitch 3 characters?
Yes.
End the attack phase and move to. Wait. What?
Move to the
You
next
get-
attack.
Basically, you just
What?
end it immediately.
Man.
Don't get
Wait, that sounds pretty cool. Okay, it's money counter, except it skips everything.
So it does not skip everything. If they have an on attack skill like Xenon, that still procs, and they're able to fire them.
Turn priority aside, he skips everything.
Yeah, you'll still turn 3 before she can attack you.
Yes, correct.
Aw.
It's also free top check.
He's costed very high. I believe that the thought process behind this is it denies your opponent a stock,
It also
ends at
stops
one instance of damage, and it also free encore for him because he's not attacked.
It skips trigger, counter, and damage. Oh, and
He never gets battled.
okay.
Again, this is just super flavor because all he does is whenever someone's about to attack him, he erases the time.
He
Between
just
their
says
attack.
no. And the 2-1 he changes from is give level 3s 2k, and then okay.
And then it's the same as the 1/1 where on play he can get the King Crimson from waiting room as a marker, and then has the same pay 2, pitch 1, pull out the King Crimson, and then you may put it back.
So basically, the second 2 effects are gonna be the rinse and repeat portion. It's just the first
Yes.
effect that's always gonna be.
Yeah, and I think he's more viable than the he's more generically viable than the 1/1
Yeah.
Giorno because 3K to level 3s in front is usually a pretty good skill compared to the 500 in Encore.
Yeah, I mean it gives guaranteed buffs to King Crimson when he comes down, so that's pretty nice.
It helps him stay alive because he has to, survive your turn, going to your opponent's turn in order to be relevant.
Yeah.
But that's still a hefty cost.
Unfortunate if this card gets countered.
Yeah.
It's only 12k. Climax 13.
He doesn't need a climax combo.
Well,
Yeah, but if you had a climax.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess
unless that
it
climax
also helps that he doesn't need a climax to do anything. He frees up.
If he needed a climax, he's probably gonna be less costed.
Yeah. Like
And so, I mean, the other comparable cards are like the Futaba in P5. Opponent have their trigger step, and the battle still happens, so whoever is being attacked can get reversed. But she has a field condition.
And she has to pitch the pants to do that.
Yeah, so it's much, but the field condition is real.
Wait, you need 4 more of these, right?
3 or more others, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Tea for coffee.
I mean, it's also pitch 3 characters, which is a little bit.
Yeah, he's very expensive.
It's a bit of a scare because then that means that you can't just like dump spare climaxes and stuff. But
Just trigger 3 gates.
Sure.
And pay it out.
What the heck? I guess it also doesn't help that he has to be front attacked to get this condition. So if you get sided, then nothing matters.
Yeah, if you get winded, it's pretty bad too.
If you get winded, yeah. And then Conclave with I-26 also laughs at this card because attack from back row and as a direct attack is pretty good. All right.
I mean, I think it's a very interesting effect.
Do you think it'll see play, or like it'll be one of the? Like,
I think it depends on the rest of the set and how much they let you pay that cost. So, like, if the set allows you to have that much hand and that much stock at level 3 skills, then maybe, yeah, sure. I mean, it definitely seems pretty cool. I won't lie that I was a little upset when I first saw it. I mean, it was cool flavor, but I look over at, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! And SAO, and I'm like, well, objectively, that's much better.
Oh, yeah. Plus, that Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be, Wait, I think it's that Yu-Gi-Oh! That can be grabbed by Asanas. Which is kind of something funny that I remembered talking to Kaicho about.
Dude, what's gonna suck is they're gonna swing into this card with 1 soul beater, and you're gonna have to pay 4 pitch 3 to negate 1 soul, because it's lethal.
I mean, if you survive, you survive.
If it disrupts double climax combo, that's also useful.
Yeah, anti-fever, dude.
Anti-fever, yeah.
This is also true.
But then after that, we have Married Life as an uncommon?
Yes.
Standard.
Really? Okay. I guess. It's Married Life. Maybe it'll be good. Maybe it'll be an option. Who knows?
I mean, it's generically a fine card in most sets. You know, if you have a level 1 reverse combo, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
If you don't, then you probably don't care.
Where's the Shimakaze?
Well, because the set's still only like a week into its slow release of cards, so
Yeah, it's not music, so it doesn't get priority.
yeah. It also doesn't get the Twitter unloading shenanigans where you get like 10 cards in one go. Yet.
Yeah, not yet.
After that, we got, what is this? On play, put mill 2 if you hit a climax. Oh, it's the Chica? That.
Chica.
Wait, it's actually. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait a second. Oh, come on. This is a meme. Sort of.
I think this affects a meme, dude. Like, it never goes off.
Well, actually, I think only Puro has gotten the effect to go off. The cancel go to stock thing but that's also because he's swinging for like 4.
I've never seen this card mill a climax off the opponent's deck.
Now I've seen Wins do that one.
I
When I had a
mean,
mill runner on.
profile with it in
Jeez.
the Vivid Strike version, and
But yeah,
It's 50-50.
I distinctly remember this happening when I was playing Wins, where he milled 2, hit a climax. He saw a climax at the top of my deck, and he saw I had a mill runner because I was playing Sword Art, so he put it back there. So now I had to think to myself, do I give him the stock, or do I just mill this out of spite? I chose the second option.
Honestly, yeah, you just mill it out, dude.
I just was like, I don't think so, Chief. Good times. But this card's pretty memes. Maybe this is how you get the stock to do King Crimson. You just assume that your opponent cancels.
You try laying this with the stocks
I think
with
he's
a plus
perfect.
2 soul.
What was that, Piero?
I just think he's a perfectly fine utility card that, like, you know, I wouldn't feel bad playing some number of copies in any deck.
Especially if you're gonna play red combos or red base.
Yeah, he's pretty low, and then if you're playing some sort of wall-based deck and your opponent has an empty lane, then he's a good swinger in the empty lane because he either stakes damage, good, or he gets you a stock, good.
Yeah. And then after that, we got the 2-1 that we all saw from yesterday. The Black Sabbath on play gets Drop Assassin. Oh, it's Super Drop Assassin because it's 1
Times
for
1,000.
each.
Yeah.
And then when a climax is played on your opponent's climax zone, you pay 1, pitch 1. If there's a climax in the waiting room with the same name, and then you mill the top card and burn based on that level. Wait, does this include cards with the same name that are different types?
Yes.
So what you're
So, like,
saying is...
Rockfall Mother's Rosario and Gold Bar Mother's Rosario.
So what you're saying is...
Don't be cheeky.
I can't be cheeky. I can't imagine how Fate players are feeling because of... I think it was all of their shenanigans with their climaxes having the same name.
No, they got around a lot of those actually by putting quotation marks around like half of them, so they're not all the same. Although there are some.
Yes. How come we couldn't? Actually, no. Oh, I didn't. I was okay with that in Sword Art, but man, Fate has the counterplay to this before this existed. I like this card though. This one's definitely one of the ones that I really like from Jojo. Just because you get that meme potential with being able to just... Especially against, like, Sunshine, if they play, like, the Mari choice, where they'll, like, look at the top card, and then they'll put it on the top, but if they accidentally put, like, a climax down, you just look at them like, I'm not gonna take that 3, you are!
Alright, so let me tell you about the world where... Oh wait, that 2-1 works on your opponent's turn, right?
Yeah, it's when your opponent plays a climax, he primes.
Oh, this sucks.
Yeah.
It's okay. The turn I normally bring out Yo, I don't throw a climax anyways.
No. Not I wasn't pointing fingers there. But other Sunshine players I know might actually pull that off.
Yeah, we're playing Siege combo, dude.
2-1?
And you play, like, as long as you're playing red, you probably want to play this
At least at 1 copy, I think.
too, because, like, he has double utility. He can just steal a win playing a climax, and he's also just, like, the turn he comes in. So, like, he's not a great early play, but he's, like, a pretty good option to just get rid of something nasty on the board.
I'll say it like this. This is definitely an anti-myth card, because if I ever get out limping and I have to swing for damage, this card's going to be the reason why I lose.
Well, this is also a good card because if you're ahead, your opponent's behind on damage, and in order to catch up, they have to throw out a finishing climax combo, which is less incisive when your opponent literally says, hey, all I have to do is you play a climax, I suddenly get to play on your turn now.
Yeah.
Right? even if you're behind, it can still potentially keep you in the game because pay one, pitch one for what, burn one maybe on average.
The thing is, you pay up front, so you could also just pay one, pitch one, do nothing.
Yeah, but if you're behind,
Might as well.
you might
Yeah.
as well take the yeah.
I mean, worst case scenario, you just mill like a 0 for them, but like in a best case scenario, you just like utterly mess up whatever setup that they have, or if they have like, because the other scenario that I think this comes in handy is if they have like 4 cards left and then they throw the climax down. Now they don't get their climax back when they swing. Like,
Yep.
there's a lot of really fun ways to just like throw off your opponent and just be like, oh, the game plan has suddenly changed for no reason. I don't know. I wish this card was like.
He has no different modes.
I wish that it didn't have like the power so that it wasn't in the front row. I kind of wish it was a back row card because then that way it could just be like in the back row, just kind of like staring menacingly at your opponent, being like, "Do it, I dare you," for like the rest of the game.
If only the set had a standby.
If it does get a standby, then if
Got one today.
Jojo hits level 1, then this card just immediately becomes a barrel to their head. Whew.
Yeah,
So
this
for the
card's
favorite-
nuts though.
I think personally, this is my favorite card of the set so far. But we'll
Yeah,
see.
just play all 4 copies on the board.
But the last red card we have is an event that goes to memory, and then when you level up, this card gets sent to the waiting room. At the start of your main phase, if this card's in memory, you salvage. Oh, you put 2 characters in stock, and everyone gets passion. Okay.
Yeah, it's great. It's the name of the mafia.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
But it has to be at the start of your main phase. So this card has to go through 1 turn worth of your opponent hitting you before this potentially goes off.
It's a ditch one for maybe 2 stock.
Yeah. I mean, it's a coin flip. Almost.
It depends on what your damage is at and what your deck state's at.
I mean, if you're...
But yeah, I don't see a lot of use for this card, probably.
You could be 2 stock off from a climax combo.
I think... Well, I mean, unless Jojo doesn't get, like, some way of getting this event in their hand, like, outside of the draw Brainstormer, I think this card could be, like, something that you could throw 1 of, and, like, if it happens type of situation. Like, because what I imagine is that you hit level, like, you clock yourself to 1-0, and you do, like, a red combo or something, and you throw this in, and it's like, the only way the opponent stops you from getting 2 clean stock during first refresh is for them to throw a climax and pray that all, like, they get extra soul triggers to potentially force you to take 7 straight damage. Like, it seems like one of those, like, it's a bluff card, I think. Like, it's...
I think it's something that's only useful if you can generate tons and tons of hand. Yeah, you play this because you can turn your hand into maybe stock. But otherwise, it interacts with it. It seems... I think this exists in some other set, but I can't think of what.
Well, because it's basically don't take 7 straight damage, and you get 2 toilets, basically.
I think the drawback is much.
Or you play it when you're at, like, you know, every time you start your turn, you're at, like, 1-4 or 2-5, and it does nothing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just one of those 50-50s, because I think that once you get past, like, 1-3, 1-4, this card just kind of becomes a coin flip, but before then, it becomes, like, a relatively guaranteed, because it puts the pressure on the opponent to be like, wait, I don't want him to get 2 stock, gem climax, and yeet. Like, it's one of those type of things where it could, like, I feel like against not as experienced players, it could force them to make, like, really hasty decisions, being like, I don't want my opponent to plus, so I'm gonna throw out this climax for the sake of trying to deny him the 2 stock. But
Yeah, but denying it also means you also took like 7 damage.
yeah,
So it's like a win-win in their situation.
I don't know.
I mean, they're gonna slam a climax level 1 for almost every single deck anyway. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is like better like post refresh.
like, on first deck, you are pretty likely to take the 7. So
Yeah, unless
And
they're
before
playing like a
Jojo gets
combo.
like some really absurd level 1 combo in red that makes this actually viable, but
Yeah, the combo's gonna bond to this card, dude.
on reverse, play this card play the event from waiting room. Huh. Don't at me if that happens. We'll move on to blue before I get any
actually,
ideas.
before we go to blue, I want to go back to Black Sabbath for a second.
Oh, okay.
Explain his flavor real quick because it's funny.
Okay.
He watches like to join the mafia. Giorno has to carry around this lighter and make sure that the flame doesn't go out.
Oh.
He's carrying it around, and it's the same flame that's on the event.
Oh.
Whenever you try to reignite the lighter, like if it goes out, you turn it back on, then Black Sabbath comes out and he punishes you for reigniting the lighter. If you play a climax that's already been played, you get punished. The effect.
So what you're saying is potential combo with synergy with Black Sabbath and Event where you punish opponent for trying to deck you in the face to deny a level.
Easy, just play your combo after you refresh. Forehead.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna end up happening. But
like it's like playing against Crone. You can like play around this card. It's not too hard.
It's still one of those things that I feel like could be fun. Just like plays event, plays Black Sabbath, or standbys Black Sabbath, looks at opponent and is like, do you really want to try and stop me from getting this 2 stock though? What did it cost? Is there really only one blue card released so far?
No, we got more today.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll look at those after we look at this one blue card. It's an early play. If you have 2 or less climaxes. It's an early play healer, and then anti-fever. Oh, hey, it's the Congo effect. I haven't seen that in ages. Delays death.
Yeah, you got another swing off.
Flavor, but that's spoiler.
Oh, okay. Not allowed to spoil this one, but
No, it's okay. All we have to say is spoiler alert. Okay, now unmute your volume. Wow, there's actually so much flavor to JoJo. I might just have to watch this now. Because that's the only reason why I built Charlotte, is because Charlotte just has like a lot of flavor behind it, right? That's why I built it. Sunshine has a decent amount of flavor behind it. That's why I really like Sunshine.
Well, lastly, we got the cards from today. So, first up, we have a 3/2 that gives Global 15 if it's in the front row, and then Climax combo with a standby. If it comes in... Oh, okay. When it comes in because of the standby, you can pay 2 pitch to stand it. Rico is like that, right?
Yeah, so is the Lion from The difference is Rico doesn't have a global 15. Rico has a play, look at top max, add, and then on swing pump. This card gains 2k.
Okay. But like the standby cost portion is the same.
Yeah, standby cost portion should be pretty standardized.
This card is actually a viable standby target.
I mean, pretty. There's potential red combo that you can use to throw red stuff in.
Standby, easy.
In the current meta, I mean, like, just running standby alone is just so oppressive.
By chance, is this flavor the whole comes out of nowhere and starts standing, or is it just for the sake of putting a standby in JoJo?
Is it any flavor?
I mean, you can argue that it's kind of flavor because again, like he's all about erasing time, and then he just like pops up right behind you and that sort of thing. But it's not as flavor as other cards are.
Okay. All right. Next up, we have a 0/0 who pitches one to bond with a vanilla from the deck, or you can bond from the waiting room and put it in rested.
Yeah, so he for the on death skill, he doesn't bond it. He just pulls it onto where he was.
Oh wait. Okay. So you can search it out and then crash him, and then pitch the 1/0 that you searched and just put him out there.
Yeah.
Huh. It's just okay.
It's vanilla, but you know, it's there. I don't know if this will see much play because the bond you have to ditch a character for it, but it's not like a good climax out or anything like that. But
Yeah. Because if it was pitch anything, then I think this would be a pretty cool way of unbricking yourself early. It's also nice that it doesn't have that level restriction where you have to be level 1 or higher to gain the effect to do all that. So you can just get a 1/0 at level 0. Reminds me of Vernie, except not as memorable.
because it's not in memory.
Yeah. Next up, we have a 3/2.
Sometimes when I like the old man happened.
All right.
This is
Let me figure out how this thing works. At the end of attack, climax combo. At the end of this card's attack, pay 1, put the top card of your stock to the top of your deck, and kill this guy to bring out the 2/2 from waiting room.
So let's just go ahead and say the 2/2 is a 2/2 10k that gets -2 levels on stage, and also the skill the character in front of this cannot attack.
So basically, he replays the attack that just happened, because he puts the card that you put into stock from attacking back on top of the deck. So
Yes, and that is exactly his flavor.
that he rewinds and does the attack again.
Well, his stand lets him replay things that have happened.
Oh.
And so he goes back, he rewinds, he sees the trigger you just had, and then plays that trigger again.
Okay. So what you're saying is 2 standbys and
Don't need an extra card in your deck.
You can't do that because when you trigger the standby, you pay it out when you restand.
Yeah.
That's the downside.
You know,
No.
cost is put your stock onto top of deck.
No, but what Michael was just suggesting is what happens is you swing in another lane, right? You trigger the standby in that lane.
Oh yeah. It has to be his attack that's a standby.
And before the plot twist is you had multiple standby. Okay, no, that one's too optimistic, but
They want to stand.
I'm
It pays
just-
off the stand.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just imagining a really dumb, like.
Michael is trying to find a way to break it.
No. I'm not trying to break it. I'm just trying to find the most meme way to make things hilarious. Just think of it. Just imagine, everybody, that you somehow have a standby right after you pay the 2 and pitch the 2 to stand the guy, and then you put out the 2/2, and then you secretly put the standby back on top.
This is cheating.
No, what you do is the third stock is a standby, or your first stock, and you have 3 stock, right?
Yeah.
And then you trigger a card at a standby. The standby brings out the 3/2, and then you pay 2 to restand, and then this guy's effect primes. You put the standby from your you triggered a before on top of your deck, and then you trigger the standby it again.
Thanks,
Sounds-
Kaicho, for helping me with my science. Good to
Dude,
know.
it's like freaking the Reiki, dude. You trigger standby on the third card.
And
If
everybody
only there was some way to know what the top card of your deck was, like a brainstorm from the TD.
Oh
nice
man,
memes.
that'd be hilarious. Piero, can
Your
I get a
standby
request
trigger.
that if you do end up getting the set, you let me try and do this dumb shenanigans science one time and see if I can get it to work?
Dude, just go over there, dude.
But the last card that got revealed today was a 2/1 global 1K, and then on play you put the 2/2 as a marker, and then you pitch 2 to turn into the 2/2.
It doesn't turn it again, it just pulls out the 2
Oh,
2.
to yoink it out.
Pitch 2 characters, by the way.
Oh.
Real condition.
But also, going back a step, can we talk about how cheap that pseudo restand is?
Pay or pitch
Hey,
one,
pitch one,
and
sack
then
the 3/2.
it's pretty useful because
It's pretty cheap, yeah.
it's pitch 1 because it's at the end of his attack, so it's more like pay 1, pitch 1, put the top card of your waiting room onto the top of your deck, and then shoot this guy to do all the shenanigans.
After you've gotten the last attack, you've gotten one extra attack, and the only thing it's costed you is having the 3/2 on board. Man, so that's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, the
And the
3/2.
climax.
Oh, the 3/2 has, or the climax hasn't been revealed, has it?
Yeah. If it's like a 1K one, dude, or or if it's like a stock soul, you can get like different cheeses.
And before it's a pants, and then I look at the realization of how absurdly consistent. And
Yeah, because you know your trigger, right? So you can side if you need to, or you just run.
yeah,
It should also be noted that he has no on-play skill, though. It's just the climax combo.
yeah.
So does Nelson. Dude.
So is Nelson. But Nelson's a pants, so you never know. This could be a pants too.
This card's blue. Could be
No,
pants.
Our own climax.
Kaicho, let's be realistic. It's gonna be a
Possible.
pants because it's a level 3. Who ever heard of book level 3 combo?
Yeah, let's be real. Who has a book level 3?
Yeah,
dude?
you know,
like,
it's
No
not
Game
like
Revive,
there's a
like
scene
Sword
on.
Art. Like, what are those sets?
Oh my god. Is there any other ones? Burn 5 from Roselia. There's
That's a book, yeah.
Turn 5 in Apocrypha.
Is that a book?
there's
Same.
there's the restand in Conclave.
You burn 5s with books?
Oh, I know, that's
or
a
5
pass.
books.
It's only you, though.
Coincidence? I think not.
Oh my god. But alright. Now that we've seen we've gone over all the cards so far, what do we think of the set so far? Kind of get an idea of where it's going, like what we hope comes
I
out.
would like to start us off.
Well, because Piero has a lot of insight into the flavor, so maybe he'll have an idea of like what direction the rest of the set could go. Or
Oh, I've already drafted like 10 cards for this set because I was bored and wanted to see them as cards. So like, I'm just super happy that they're doing really good flavor so far. So like, that is awful, which so far it's not. I mean, it's got some decent stuff in it. Like, I would be super excited because they're being pretty true to the flavor so far.
like they do that, they commit to the flavor, but they don't like sacrifice the quality of the card.
Yeah, so far I think that might be considered absurd, possibly, is Black Sabbath.
With the standby.
That I get lucky one.
Okay. Because personally, I think the JoJo's so far it's a pretty memeable set. Like, I think that the standby and the 3/2 that does the pseudo restand, like those kind of combos are pretty fun. The event seems pretty like it's a surprise to when it goes off, and then I think Black Sabbath is still my favorite card. of the set. Because that card just seems like it's the ultimate mind games to like anyone who's just gonna throw out a climax for the sake of dealing damage. Like,
Dude, but what if Sunshine shuffles the climax they're about to play back into their deck, and then mills out another climax, so it's like 1,000 IQ.
I think that wait, all right, because they have that.
Yeah, you can shuffle climaxes back into your deck.
Oh God, please no.
Confirmed your Sunshine's the counter to Jojo.
Confirmed. Wins. Thoughts on JoJo? Like so far, like things you hoping for?
I mean, I don't really have any partialness to the set, right? As long as my biggest thing to white short sets is as long as you do the right amount of flavor to it, I think it's fine.
Okay. Spell
But I
that.
really like white shorts. It's just the amount of homage that a series is paid back to the anime that it's based off of.
Yeah. But like thoughts on the direction that they've been going, like fun stuff, like
I mean, flavor wise and fun stuff. Well, if you buy into it, please let me play it.
but yeah, like
I don't know. I don't really see. I think you just need a better decisive top end.
I mean, it's early. Like we've only gotten a few cards.
I mean we haven't
Like,
seen any level 1 combos or anything like that released yet.
Yeah, I
either.
think that the GER is really good. I mean, he's not oppressive or anything like that, but it's a fine level 3 combo. And it's nice that he's healed a stock because he can pay one of his stock costs. So you can start to do like double or triple much cheaper, provided you can make enough hand. The thing I really want to see from the set that's something we already have is I would love if the booster pack, and this isn't really amazing flavor or anything. I just really like the card, so I want more support for it.
Okay.
A bond to the 1/0 sticky fingers from the TD that gives it 2k on offense.
Oh.
You can just make that an engine for the entire deck because that card's really fun to play with and also great flavor.
Yeah, I mean
No, it's a 1/05k. Whenever he versus a battle opponent, you may optionally send him to memory. At the start of your draw phase, you can bring him back, or you would bring him back if you did.
Sticky fingers?
Yeah. Just a bond to him that gives him like 2k, like we've seen for apples,
or
like
bananas.
apple variants before. That would just make my day.
okay.
Became a banana.
I would,
Yeah, I think if it would get printed,
because he doesn't stay on the board on your opponent's turn, so the cross-turn power doesn't matter.
All right, so I think that's it for now.
Yeah, I mean, I guess one quick thing to remind everyone is that the ban list did come out. The quote-unquote ban list, all they literally did was kill Hinalog. Can we get an F in chat for...
Deck is still alive.
There's only one person I know who was currently trying to make Hinalagi still viable. His name is this Kaicho Knows Me guy. Granted, he did sack Darling in the Franks with it yesterday, but I don't know. Yuko got free though. I don't know how I feel about that.
That doesn't really do anything.
It doesn't do anything. It's still one of those you get clean markers. I'm over here like I gotta look at it and then put it down and be like, I gotta deal with it.
Well, it sucks because without the principal, you start battle with like 4 cards in hand. So if they anti-change your Yuko, you're just gone.
Oh.
Because like during back in the day, when you change, you just search for another merge. So then you have it for the next turn.
Yeah. And then the other thing they did was Cordelia's Garden to 2. Okay.
Okay, so even with Cordelia's Garden at 2, I don't actually think you'll ever run that at 2.
You
I
think
think
it'll
that's
still
a-
be just 1?
So there's a time where you'll run it at 2, right? Because essentially, back in the day, pay 1, send a memory was just inherently that. Pay 1, send a memory.
Yeah.
It's what? Value 2 stock effect. So if you heal 2, that's 4 stock. If you send a memory, that's 5 stock. It's 2 stock for 5 stock worth of effect. On one hand, you have someone who's going to say you play 2. On my hand, if you're trying to play Milky with the toolkit toolbox and toolkit that it's had, it's because Cordelia's Garden is on there that we get to run cards like Bronco and have space for it. For the
The real
most part.
question is, why isn't it at 3 or 4?
Because there's
Speak the truth.
Because if you really think about it, if you gave that card to be at 4, you don't care for Ronco anymore. You don't care for anything else.
If you were
Just play
gonna
that
play, if you don't play 2, then why would you play 4?
No, because if you see it at 4, right, which means that the usage of it is a lot more worth to do. Versus if you play it at 2, well, I mean, you're just doing it for consistency at that point, and then the few games where you get to do it twice, then you get to do it twice. If you do it at 4, you're dedicating the time.
But it's also
Being
a
at
brick,
3
though.
forever.
You can't grab it off the alley.
You can.
You can?
Yeah. Just
Oh, the
trigger a
copies,
gold
I
bar.
meant the copies. Just trigger. No one plays 8 gold bars in JP. I want to be honest with you. No one plays the alley card.
They play 8
They
gold
play
bar,
bar
4
gate.
gold bar, gate.
Bar gate. They don't play the alley.
I mean,
But yeah, I think that card's fine. You still just play 1.
well, I guess that about does it. For this first episode of the podcast. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell for us. It really does help out because we're starting the channel, so
Or rather, we're reviving the channel. But
all input is very much so appreciated.
Soon, more content to come.
yeah, more content to be announced.
More gameplay, dude.
more
Hint,
gameplay.
hint, maybe tier lists in the future.
We'll figure it out. But thanks for watching, guys. See you around.
Bye for Jojo.